everyone, women entrepreneurs. Hello, hello, ladies. If you are watching this live, I would love it if you would drop a comment saying hi. I would love for you to hit that like button or love button. Even if you're not live, I would still love for you to drop a comment or hit a like button just because that helps other people see this, because this is something that we need. We need to get more digital product sales in our business now. And yes, these tips and hints are going to help you with your Black Friday sales if you're setting up a promotion right now. But honestly, this is just practical, foundational business advice, no matter what you're selling. No matter if you're selling coaching services or courses or memberships, although I'm specifically focusing on digital product sales because that is what's really allowed me to create a passive business. A lot of times people will sell their offer and say, oh, this is passive income when they're selling a network marketing stream. And I have done network marketing. It's definitely not passive. It takes a lot of work to create content that converts and to build those relationships with leads and be in your inbox on Messenger all day. That's not passive. I've heard people talk about affiliate marketing being passive, that, all you have to do is create some podcast episodes or some blog posts and share a few links. Now, while that is a great additional income stream, it's definitely not passive. It takes a lot of work on the front end. And I'm not going to say digital products don't too, because you have to create them. But the really cool thing is with an affiliate link, if you have a blog post or a podcast episode, it may not get found, right? But if you position your products in a certain way, they'll get found and sold over and over again. And then you can even have other people sell for you, which is really great. But all of that starts with knowing who you're even selling to and what you're making. Okay. So in today's training, I'm going to be talking about how you can really get to know who your ideal client and customer is without doing another ICA worksheet, okay? Because the ideal client avatar, that honestly really doesn't matter. I'm going to just share with you a little story, okay? So I started a network marketing stream about almost 2 years ago now. Many of you probably know just from knowing me that on top of everything I do, I'm also a travel agent and a mentor of travel agents. So, I love that. And it's a big part of what I do. I was actually just checking my messages before I came on. One of my travel agents has only been selling for 6 months, and she sold $85,000 in travel, which is incredible. And I have no doubt that she's going to have a 6-figure sales year by the end of her first year in May. So amazing, right? Amazing, amazing results. We love in the entrepreneurship world to talk about the 6-figure business. But the problem is, people will always sell their course, their offer as a solution. They'll never actually tell you how they got there. And hers is very simple. Of course, when she was sharing her goal, everybody in the chat was like, how did you do it? How much time are you spending? Which social media platform are you using? And that's kind of where we go to too. We're like, oh, the key is email marketing, or the key is being on Instagram. The key is Facebook groups. And these are all great tools that you can really help to get more sales and maybe even attract new clients and build brand awareness. But here's the thing, that's not actually getting to know your client. So if you don't know who you're selling to, if you don't really know who you're helping, then you can have the best email marketing funnels, you can have the most engaged Facebook group, you can have 1 million followers on Instagram. But if you don't really know the person you're selling to or who you're helping, all of that is going to be in vain. So how do we get to know this person or these people? How can we start creating content that's written directly for them? How can we create emails that are going to have them begging to buy your thing right now and pulling out their credit card? How do we do this? And how do we do it in such a way that doesn't involve us doing another dreaded ICA worksheet? Here is my secret. Are you guys ready? You're probably going to roll your eyes at me when I say it. You have to talk to them. I know it sounds so silly and ridiculous. Like, of course you have to talk to them, right? But the problem is, a lot of us, when we're first starting out especially, we don't actually start talking to our ideal client or customer until we're selling to them or until there's a problem, right? One other thing I do besides travel agents sales is I help teachers sell their digital products on TeachersPayTeachers. If you haven't already joined my TpT Seller Launchpad, that would be a perfect group for you to join if you're an educator or entrepreneur who's thinking about selling digital products on that platform, because that's really what that group focuses on. But for this training, we're just really talking about how do we know who we're talking to. And that first piece is really getting to know your person. A lot of times on Teachers Pay Teachers, you will send an email or note to your followers when you have a product that's coming out or when there's a site-wide sale, a store-wide sale. And you might respond to them when you have some Q&A or when there's a complaint or when there's some kind of question. But when else are you actually talking to your audience or with your audience, excuse me, not just talking to them, because when we post on Instagram, we're broadcasting to everyone. When we share a post in a Facebook group, we're posting something, we're sharing our message or what we think. And while that's good, it's good to market on social media. If you don't know who you're talking to, it's not going to land. Okay, so here is what you need to do. And I'm actually going to post these in the comments. So that way, even if you're coming back, you're not watching this live, you can see it, okay? So the first option is to get them on the phone, okay? And the really easy way to do this is using your social media to really invite that conversation. You can put a post up on your Instagram, or you can share in your stories and say, hey, I would love to give, and of course you have to make it appealing because, they're, even if you're not asking them for money, you're asking them for their time and opinion, which is still valuable. In fact, I would argue even more valuable because we don't get the time back that we spend, right? So share what you want to give them. Maybe you have an awesome freebie that you don't just normally share with everyone. Maybe you're willing to give them a 30-minute coaching session. Or maybe you're developing a new course or membership and you'll give them free beta access for the first 2 weeks or the first month if it's a membership, something like that. Be sure that it's a mutually beneficial exchange. This is a couple of things. If someone doesn't see the value in what you're offering, then they're probably not someone that you want to get on the phone. Or when I say phone, it could be Zoom too. They're probably not someone that you want to get on a call with anyway, because if they don't see the value in what you're offering, even if it's free, then yeah, they're not your ideal person. So that already kind of starts to clue you in, like, what is it about the people who are being drawn to this offer, right? The people who are willing to get on the phone or on Zoom or on Facebook Messenger to chat with you. Okay, that is already the first way that you can really start to call out your people. So you can take a look at the basic demographics, right? Like, okay, is it mostly women? Are they mostly moms? Do they have full-time jobs? I tend to attract a lot of teachers. So if we're just looking at the demographics, which is unfortunately where a lot of people stop. A lot of marketing people will tell you, okay, you need to know how old they are. You need to know if they have a kid. You need to know if they're married. Okay, those things are all well and good. Those are basic demographics. And yes, we should look at that. But if we stop there, we're really doing ourselves and our future clients and customers a disservice because the psychographics are really where it's at. Okay, so this is why we want to get them on the phone. We want to get them on a Zoom call and we want to ask them really deep questions to get to know not just like the basics about them, but what actually makes them tick. What's keeping them up at night? What is the one thing that if you could wave a magic wand and solve it for them right now, they would be so happy because that's probably the most pressing problem that they see. And then you could be creating products, offers, and services that meet that problem. Because a lot of times when we're a coach or a consultant or something, or when we, even if it's something with teachers, like we've figured out a math strategy that really works, we're thinking from where we're at now. We're not thinking of where our client is now, and they could be 2, 5, 10 steps behind us. So we really have to be empathetic and put ourselves in the shoes of that person and think about where they are so we can get them to where we are or where they need to be. Okay, and that's why talking to them is so crucial. So you want to put up a post, send out an email, just inviting people on the call, and you're not even selling anything to them, okay? You're offering them something for free. So it could be that, like I said, you have a really awesome freebie or a video training or a series or something that maybe, I just cut it out a minute, sorry. So you want to offer them something really amazing that maybe they would only get if they were paying for it. You want to offer this for free to get on the call with you. The second thing you want to do is you want to ask them the right questions. Okay, you want to ask them the right questions so that you can really get to know who they are as people. Ask them the right questions. We're looking for internal psychographics, not just demographics. I've seen a lot of posts about social media content and messaging, and that really all starts with knowing who your ideal client or customer is. I used to hate going to trainings about your niche because I would hear the same thing over and over again. And the problem was they were just telling you about it. They weren't actually showing you how to do it. So I'm actually showing you how to do it in the comments. So once you get them on a call, or even if you're just talking to them on Facebook Messenger, if you don't want to do a real-time thing, although I would highly recommend send it. You'll get so much information by watching how they respond to things, their emotions, their tone of voice. But you can do this in Facebook Messenger as well. So you're just going to ask them some questions. You're just going to get to know them a little more, okay? You could even make this super casual and have a cup of coffee while you're doing it. You're just taking time to get to know them, and you're trying to figure out, what are their fears? What are their true desires? What is it that they really want? And where are they actually at? Because you are going to see the gap of where they are to where they want to be so much more clearly than they can, because they're too close to it. Again, you have to remember, you're at step 10, they might be behind you. So hearing where they actually are, and then trying to put yourself in the place where, if you were there in the past, you can remember exactly what it was you needed to hear at that time. That will help you with your copywriting, that will help you with your sales pages, your emails, and all of that, okay? And with even creating the right products, because I found sometimes that the products I sell, and even the freebies, like my lead magnets, my freebies, the ones I make that are the most effective are the ones that are meeting them where they're at right now. Not where I am, not where I think they are, but where they actually are. And I only know that when I talk to them. So get them on a live call if you can, or Facebook Messenger. Ask them the right questions, open-ended questions. On this call, it's not really you talking a lot. It's more so them talking, and you're listening, you're taking notes. I would recommend having another tab open with Google Docs or having a notebook. And then after you ask them these questions, this process will probably take about 30 minutes. Then you give them a little bit of free coaching or advice for where they're at. And this does a couple of things. One, you can see how they respond. What are the objections they give you, right? So this is really deep listening is the third step. And the fourth step is listen for objections, because they'll probably tell you, like if I were to say, look, you can make passive income on Teachers Pay Teachers. Even just saying that statement right now, you probably have some kind of reaction to that. You might think, oh no, I can't do that. I don't have any graphic design skills. I don't know how to do that. Or you might think, yeah, maybe I could, but I don't really have time to do that. Or you might say something like, I am so exhausted and drained after a day of working at school that I can't possibly think of adding on one more thing, right? These are things that I've heard teachers say, things I've said myself, and so I understand them really well. But if we haven't taken the time to really listen to our ideal clients and customers, we're not going to know that. And just knowing how old they are and what TV shows they watch is not really going to help you. You need to go deeper. You need to figure out who they are, what they want. And honestly, if you're a coach, you probably already know this. You probably know this intuitively in your heart of hearts, but we need to remember it. So once we have the objections and all that written down, the next step is to create content based on what they said using their words. In marketing, we call this messaging. We want to make sure that our messaging lands with them, because once they see that, oh my gosh, she knows exactly what I'm thinking, they will follow you. You will start to call your people out, and they will start sharing content with other people. Think about the posts that you share. Okay, you share posts and resources that are really relatable to you, that help you where you're at. It's the exact same for them. They're going to do the same thing. So this is really the key to good social media engagement, to getting your emails replied to, and all of that. Okay, and the sixth step, once you've had some content, and then you can also watch their comments. What do they say in the comments? They say this is so relatable. Maybe they share their experience. You're going to take notes. You're going to have a document where you put all this information. And six, you're going to create offers around what they're needing and meet their objections on the sales pages themselves. So like on Teachers Pay Teachers, when I say sales pages, I just mean the product description. So if I'm making a resource for teachers, one big objection is I don't have enough time to use that. And so I might want to put in my product description how I'm actually saving them time, or how I am doing things just to help them, maybe just to make more time in their day, or maybe like templates, like, look, I've already done this for you. Okay. So those are some things that you can really think about, is like, am I talking to the right people or with the right people? Is it just me saying what I like and what I want, or am I talking with them? Okay. And then once you know their objections, because you may not know them, am I creating content that meets those objections so I can show them, yes, you can do this. Yes, I understand where you're coming from. Okay. And then you can think about, are your actual content, is your content actually showing that you listen and you care? A lot of times we're told to like poke at pain points. I don't like that. I prefer to empathize with my listener and my reader and think, how can I show them that I actually really care and that can help them? Because that's at the forefront of everything we do, at least the folks that I help. People care about helping. And so I want to make sure that the person I'm helping actually feels helped and is helped, right? So I want to continually look inward at myself and say, am I creating things that actually help them? And then not just with our content, we want to do that with our offers as well. Maybe I'm selling something at their step C, but they're still at step A. So is there something else I could create? Maybe a lead magnet that will be meeting a need for them to grow my email list, or even a paid product that will help me get sales and help them get to step B and then step C. So you kind of have to look at your business from bird's eye view too. Like, what do you want? Where do you want to get? Where's your customer at now? And how can you create different steps in your process so you can meet them where they're at every step of the way, and so they see you as the person to help them get there? Because one, this positions you as an authority, and also it shows that you're listening and that you care. And that's pretty much it. So I would say just make sure that you're taking the time to listen to them. Look for opportunities to get them on the phone or on Zoom, and then ask them some questions. I actually have a lead magnet where you can get all of these questions. I will be sure to link it in the comments after the video stops playing. And for some reason, if the link doesn't show up for you, maybe while you're watching it, or if you can't see it, just be sure to comment and feel free to tag me, and I will be sure to send it to you. I also want to share, if you are a teacher especially, and you're looking to sell your digital products, or if you know of a teacher who is, definitely come over to the TpT Seller Launchpad. It's for teachers who are brand new to selling on Teachers Pay Teachers, or people who are thinking about it. And it's really not just for teachers, because if you think about it, we have entrepreneurs on there too. A teacherpreneur or a seller on Teachers Pay Teachers is looking to grow their business. A lot of them want to leave their full-time jobs. And so you're honestly leaving money on the table if you're creating digital products like social media templates, email templates, copywriting services, if you're not on Teachers Pay Teachers. So that's just a consideration, and it's free to get to start on there and start listing things. So I cover all of that in my TpT Seller Launchpad group. You can come on over and check it out. And I will drop some links in the comments. If you have any questions, even if you're not seeing this live, feel free to just tag me or drop them below, and I will get back to you. See you soon.